When I turned 21 years old, I bought a Porsche 944, which was my first kind of cool sports car. I got to work on it with my dad, take it to car shows and events, and it was nice to enjoy a fun car that wasn't my primary daily driver automobile. As luck would have it, about a year after I bought it, my dad was driving it and was inadvertently hit by a pickup truck, and that car came to a very swift end. Thankfully, everybody was okay, but the car was totaled. So I took the money from that car and I upgraded to a 944 Turbo, which was a lot of fun. And I remember making some great memories in college. Having that car at my disposal as a college student was a lot of fun. And then after college, I upgraded that from a 944 Turbo to a BMW M3, which I had for a couple of years, E46 generation, which I really enjoyed, super reliable, had a lot of great memories in that car. And then in the winter of 2007, I decided I was going to step it up to the big leagues in my mind and buy a 996 Porsche Turbo. The 997 had just come out, 996 prices were pretty low, and I bought what I thought was an incredible supercar, got a great price on it, couldn't have been more excited. So as we get into very early 2008, I can't be more excited about this car. It's the winter in New England, and all I want to do is drive it, show it off to my family, show it off to my friends, and tell everyone, I got this really cool Porsche. I'm so excited about it. I call my friend Peter, and I say, Peter, they're doing this thing in California called Cars and Coffee. It happens outside this coffee shop in Irvine, and all these people get together and they park their cars in a parking lot and they have coffee and they talk about their cars. How come we don't do anything like this in the greater Boston area? We should do this. I want to show off my 911 to all my friends. This is something we should do here in Boston. It doesn't exist. Now, if you have a cool car in Boston, you know Peter. Peter knows everyone with cool cars in Boston. So if there was someone that was going to spearhead kicking this off, Peter was your guy. So Peter makes some calls. He reaches out to a lot of our friends. They reach out to their friends. We just chose a random parking lot that had a Dunkin' Donuts. And on a cold February morning, we had chosen that this was going to be our day where we were going to have our first quasi meetup and call it Boston Cars and Coffee. And there might have been, I don't know, 40 or 50 cars that came out on a 20-degree morning to stand around in the parking lot. And I brought my 911 Turbo and couldn't have felt any cooler. After that event happened, there was an excitement in the car scene. We were talking about this on a variety of local forums. We wanted to do it again. We needed a better place to go with a little bit more room. And at the time, I was working in this commercial office park that had a 7-story office building and a big parking lot. And I talked to building management and said, hey, can we use your parking lot to have this Cars and Coffee event? You guys have a Dunkin' Donuts on your first floor. I imagine there's not a lot of patronage there on a Sunday morning because all the people that work in this complex are not there on Sundays. I can probably get, I don't know, 100, 150 cars to come on a Sunday morning. They said, sure. I call Peter. Hey, Peter, I've got a bigger, better event where we can have our next Boston Cars and Coffee. Peter puts the word out on the forum. All of a sudden, 500 cars are at our next event. There's cars everywhere. There's traffic jams everywhere. It's enormous. Huge success. And we were actually able to do that several times at this location until we got to 700 or 800 cars, and we had now vastly outgrown capacity. At that point, we needed to do something better. Thankfully, Peter had a great partnership with the Lars Anderson Auto Museum in Boston, who graciously decided to become the new home of what is now Boston Cars and Coffee and successfully runs a series of summer events every year. So you have to remember, in 2008, Cars and Coffee wasn't a thing yet. And there weren't tons of nice cars driving around like we're used to seeing these days. And some of the coolest cars that came to this event were maybe a Ferrari 355 or a 997 GT3 RS. I think Peter drove an E46 M3 and an ML55 AMG. And to have all of these cars at that caliber together at the same place at the same time was actually pretty special back then. These days, I think we take it for granted, but to have a group of cars like this in the same place at the same time and all the owners socializing was a pretty cool moment. I think what's special about Boston Cars and Coffee or any Cars and Coffee event is that when you get like-minded people together, you build new relationships, you build new friends, and there's a positivity and a camaraderie that comes out of these joinings where people talk about it and people share it. And then this joy kind of spreads throughout the car community, and each event grows and grows and grows throughout the community and becomes bigger and more woven into society until it becomes such a big event that it's difficult to find somewhere to house events of these sizes because they're so popular.
When you get a ticket, it might look something like this, but the first thing that you need to do is take a picture of that ticket and send it to 305-305. That will get the ticket clinic on your case immediately. They've got brick and mortar offices in Georgia, Florida, and California, but they can help you find a ticket no matter where you get it in the United States by helping you find a local attorney that will do everything they can to help you avoid costly fines, insurance premium increases, points on your license, risk of suspension, even jail time. They've helped me out with this ticket and many others, and a lot of my friends as well. So check them out now at the link in the description below, or again, text your ticket to 305-305 to get the ticket clinic on your case. They are the perfect partner in your fight against any speeding ticket.